My name is Kae. I'm the founder of Fiberlab. We're a textile shredding and recycling service based in East London. We collect textile waste from all different types of businesses across the area, take it back and shred it down into recycled fiber, which we can then use to create a bunch of new products and materials. I actually started my career as a designer working in New York City for quite a large fast fashion brand. I got to see how bad it really was kind of behind the scenes, and I knew I just didn't want to be a part of that. I came to London, I studied a master's degree at London College of Fashion in Fashion Futures, and it was during that time where I was interviewing designers, asking them about their sustainability challenges, and then going back and trying to research and develop a practical solution. Every day at Fiberlab is different. Every day is like trying to learn something new, trying to develop something new, whether that's just really pushing the boundaries of material development or product development, working in new sustainable ways. It could be anything from like taking calls to writing grants to shredding material, getting down and dirty, printing our new products or sewing out products, meeting with new people, meeting with students, meeting with industry. It really varies. We started with our textile recycling service and then quite soon realized that we needed to do material development. One of the materials that we fully commercialized and brought to market is Paper Tex. So Paper Tex is a paper material made from 100% recycled textile waste. And what's really unique about it is that it's manufactured all within the UK. From the waste collection to recycling to remanufacturing and distribution, it all happens in a hyper-local way. We're able to really reduce the carbon emissions. It's quite exciting because there are so many possibilities with paper. People can use it in so many different ways. We've done tons of business cards, both for ourselves and for the university. We've done the cards for Denim Pjarve, which I think were a big hit. All of the waste that we collect is pre-consumer textile waste, so that means it's coming from businesses. We felt that the pre-consumer waste was something that people weren't even aware existed, and businesses really needed someone to just solve that problem for them. We always talk about the pressure being on individual consumers to do better, but actually businesses have even more waste and they have the resources to do it sustainably. This is where design really comes in, because if designers are made aware of circular practices, they can make simple changes to make a garment more recyclable at the end of its life. Simple tweaks, if you're making an all cotton garment, use cotton threads, use cotton labels instead of synthetic polyester thread, which is kind of the standard. And just think about circularity in that early design stage will make it so much easier at that end of life. So these are our recycled cushions. We've made the very inside, the core of the cushion from all recycled synthetic fibers. And then there's a wool wadding that helps to kind of make it all one consistency. The synthetic fibers and the blended fibers can go into the cushions, and then the natural fibers can go into Paper Tex. So at the moment, those are kind of like our two core product and material offerings. The whole recycling process starts with the collection of the material. We're partnering with a local zero-emission logistics service to collect the waste materials from businesses across London. It's really great because it's a zero-emission collection service, so we don't have any carbon generating from that. And once we bring everything in, we can then sort them all by color, by fiber content. We weigh them, we remove any contaminants. Once we have everything sorted, we can then put it through our shredding machine. It was really important for us to have a small-scale shredding machine that can kind of do the same heavy lifting as those huge industrial ones that you see in massive factories. Because if we can scale it down, it means that we can have our Fibrelab located in the city so that the waste doesn't need to travel so far or be shipped abroad to one of these huge facilities. But we actually have the means to recycle everything locally. One of the biggest challenges is working with brands and designers to make sure that they are sorting their waste properly. We separate all of the natural fibers from synthetic fibers, from blended fibers, and it's really helpful if the brands can actually separate them during the cutting stage and take all of the natural fiber and put it in one bin for us, because then we're able to recycle them to a lot higher quality, a lot higher standard, if we know that the contamination rate is lower or is non-existent. Design for circularity from those beginning stages really helps us to then recycle materials at a much faster and more efficient rate, and also create a more high-end product in the end. We see Fiberlabs as being in every major city where textile recycling and manufacturing is prevalent, kind of expanding our hyper-local approach into duplicating that into cities across the world, so going global, and just giving communities the resources they need to be able to recycle textiles locally and really harness the value of materials is our ultimate goal.